Hello and welcome to Secret Agent Agency. Tonight we are continuing our playthrough of Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Escape, Nonary Games, whatever. Uh, my name is Kevin, and I'm enforcing my will upon your eyes and ears. And joining me, I have Jihun. Are you out there, Jihun?
Yes, but I cannot shoot like that Olympic shooter.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And Andrew, what about you?
Yeah, I don't have that many skills. I can burp on command.
That's pretty exciting. I mean, I can also do that.
Also, I'm definitely getting tired of all the like Reddit posts are all about that guy. I get it, he's great. He was cool for him to show up in the like everyday like shirt and pants and like shit like in nobody's business. I get it, it's cool, but like, can I
It
stop?
is a badass look.
It
Yeah.
is. But like every single
He looks
Reddit
like he
post,
just rolled out of bed and was just like, fuck it, bang.
yeah, exactly. But fun thing is like other contestants will like cut that eyepieces to one of them is for blurring, I guess one
Yeah, the
for
fucking Sam Fisher Splinter Cell bullshit.
yeah, and then he just like wears glasses. It's like okay, the meme
Yeah,
needs to die.
yeah, I feel like there's like a version of like that meme for like every fandom and like every competitive game and all that stuff. I know I've seen it for Final Fantasy 14. Which by the way, I beat Dawn Trail over the past week. Uh I don't have very kind things to say about the story, but it did improve over time. But the actual gameplay and stuff is probably some of the best it's been. There's a few jobs that got a beating with the stick, and it feels like they don't really know what to do with some of them. But overall, the game feels really good, and it's a lot of fun. It's been cool catching up with the guys again. And I also beat Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance Canon of Creation.
Okay, okay.
I did turn it down to normal difficulty. I was having trouble on Shiva and
Yep.
Demi Fiend. So I feel like I beat it with most of my honor intact. But I got to a
Oh yeah,
point
what
where I was level 100, all my guys were level 100. I specced out their abilities and stuff, and I was still like, okay, I have no idea what else I could do. Yeah, you know.
those fights can be pretty tricky. I wanted to that just reminded me that I did finally watch that last video for FF7 and if I was there I would have given you shit when you dropped it to easy mode,
Yeah.
but I kudos to jumping it back up for the actual final fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Um Yeah, after I beat Odin the first time, I was like, never again. And I said that on stream. I was just like, I never want to do that fight again. I'm never unlocking Odin after this. I hated that fight so much, and then they make you do it again, but it's harder. No thanks. Um, so speaking of rewatching our streams, I went back and rewatched the ending of 999 that we played, and I have some spicy theories about where the game could go from here. But
Ooh,
I want to save that as like a well, okay, we're already here. So I so I did not realize last weekend, like I was like, oh well, this character's clearly a reference to the pink-haired girl in 999, but I forgot her name was Clover, and I thought her name definitely was not Clover. So I thought the Clover in this game was just like a reference to the character that was in the previous game. I did not realize it was the same character. And that goes double for the what's her name, Alice, being the
mm-hmm.
the girl we actually like dig up in 999. Like that was like the whole point of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she was the girl that was like in the coffin or whatever in the ship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did not realize that because again, it's been like 2.5 to 3 years since we played it. Um, but a
Yeah, I barely
spice,
remember anything.
but a spicy theory I have is I there was like a line that stuck out to me as being like really bizarre, and that's when Fi calls us grandpa, and I and there's also like some people who just like seem to just not trust our character just on like no basis whatsoever. Like I've kind of been getting that feeling, and also we have a character who's like a man in the mask. So what I'm thinking right now is two things. I think the game is definitely playing with having a POV character who we can't actually see. And I think we're either looking at almost like a time travel thing where maybe our character got like kidnapped a long time ago and has been like kept asleep for, I don't know, let's say 40, 50 years, something like that. And he's like, I think maybe our character is like an old man and that's why people are calling him grandpa and stuff. That's weird. Or another thing I was thinking was maybe it's like a body swap, and when we unmask K, it'll be like the character we think of Sigma being, but it's like it's Sigma's face basically when K's mask is opened up. So I'm thinking of stuff like that. I still don't really know what to make of Phi, and I also don't really know who could be the robot in the group, because that's another mystery.
Yeah, we'll find out. I think we're about to see an ending based
Yeah.
on how we ended
Yeah.
last stream.
Yeah, before we watch endings and stuff, do you have any spicy theories, Andrew?
Um, no. I
I
mean,
mean, it's kind of too early,
they
isn't it?
kind
Because
of played with the
we're
idea that there might be like post-apocalypse. Like no one knows how long it's been
Mm-hmm.
since they kidnapped or whatever. So who
yeah.
knows like how long it's been for that.
We
Obviously
haven't even
someone's a
watched the
robot.
we haven't even watched the first ending, so it's kind of too early to throw any shit at it. To be honest.
That's what makes it fun though. I wanted to swing wildly with some dumb spicy stuff, and then later I get to
Okay.
rewatch
Okay.
and see how close I am.
Uh,
All right, how about this? So you're playing around with the idea of like the main character, for instance.
Yeah.
Like if he's like oh, what's that called? When it's an unreliable narrator
Yeah, yeah.
kind of situation. That could be at play. Like we may actually be zero for all we know. But I don't know. I also don't know who would be the robot yet. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we'll find out later or start piecing it together based on who's biting it, based on the endings we hit.
Cool, cool. And Andrew, I promise to you. Well, first, dear audience, we're doing this because this game is hard to kind of have a conversation through, right? Because there's like a lot of reading, and then also in the parts where there's not reading, I don't really get to participate in the conversations because I'm like typically in the tank and these guys are talking while I'm like
oh yeah.
solving a puzzle, right? So I wanted to have like a maybe a introductory point. Um, so Andrew, I promised you I would throw to you about a certain adventure you've been on.
Oh, the go home and fuck yourself.
Yeah.
The
What?
Pokemon Go. So
Oh.
Donna's played it forever. She needed some help with one of the things she's trying to do, and so I downloaded it.
Hmm.
And I've been playing it pretty much every day for like the past week or so. Pretty much since we've been from the Outer Banks on our vacation in North Carolina, and I've kind of like worked it into my run route. I kind of adjusted my 5K in the morning to hit all the Pokestops around the apartment complex. But yeah, I'm also, I guess, collecting all the Go Pokemon for my Go Home decks. Which I love the moment I said that you're confused what the fuck I'm even talking about. But in Pokemon Home, there's like decks, there's like a Pokedex based on each game connected to it,
Hmm.
and I basically already completed them all because I played all those games and uploaded the Pokemon from them. So now I'm picking away at the Go decks on there too.
So, question: are you able to like move Pokemon from Pokemon Go to, say, Scarlet and vice versa?
So once it leaves Go, it can't come back the same way the 3DS era games can't go back after they get
Okay.
uploaded to Home. But once any Pokemon has been uploaded to Home, any game, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, Scarlet Violet, Sword Shield, Legends Arceus, um, what are those Let's Go games? The
Oh,
Pikachu
Eevee and
Eevee game.
Pikachu. Yeah.
All of those can be moved back and forth between.
Okay.
Now, what's funny is because of that on the Switch, there's still like 8 or 9 Pokemon that can't be in any of the games
Hmm.
between all of them.
So I've heard on the internet that Pokemon Go is in like a pretty bad like slump, and it was like a thing where they relaxed certain things during COVID because people weren't really like crowding up and stuff, and then
Oh yeah.
people really enjoyed that, and then they retracted a lot of it once COVID was like calming down and stuff.
I
But
mean, one of
then
the major feature was that like even if you stay home, somehow you can travel all over the area.
mhm.
I mean, I didn't play this, so I don't know what exactly was it like, but supposedly that was a feature back then. But now that COVID is quote unquote over, they retracted that feature for sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's over, pal.
yeah, I'm bored of it. It's time to move on. So my understanding is they retracted a lot of the stuff that made it easier for people in like rural areas
Yes.
to play, to participate in the game. And also they got a bit more cash grabby with the monetization. They made it harder to
Yes.
do raids and things like that. And those
Yep.
things together kind of mean that I'll never go back to Pokemon Go, because the experience of playing it around where I live is terrible.
Oh
Uh
yeah, because if you don't live in where like landmark
We
is,
have
it's always
access to
kind of barren
DC.
wasteland. Yeah.
Like we have a couple major areas we can go to play. Like we did a Mega Rayquaza raid earlier today, and where we went, like the raid groups filled up to the top
can you
for a
raid the
few of
White
the
House?
events.
Can you raid the White House?
Not wait out.
What was that, Andrew? You were breaking up.
Oh, I just realized I cut off. Jeez. Yeah, I was joking that not the White House, but the area around it.
So speaking of mobile games, I've been playing a new gacha called Sword of Convalaria. It is a Final Fantasy Tactics like game with gacha mechanics and stuff like that, but it's got some a little bit of base building, and it's got a little bit of like a PvP thing and stuff like that, and it's really fun so far. And it's one that I would recommend to people if you're jonesing for some Final Fantasy Tactics like gameplay. Um,
Was that Tactic one of the League upcoming remake from Nvidia?
yes, and we haven't heard anything other than that.
Mm-hmm. That was
Um,
definitely.
yeah, but yeah, I really like it. I've been playing that pretty much nonstop at when it, like on my downtime at work and things like that. Um, Jihun, how's Nikke? How's Blue Archive?
One is shaking their boots aloud, and one is just sprinkles all over.
Yeah, yeah. I heard Blue Archive is getting ships and World of Warships, so you are participating in that.
I think it's the World of Warship getting the Blue Archive character because I haven't seen any update on the Blue Archive side. So. Also, what was gonna say? Yeah, Blue Archive just hit. So Blue Archive is doing that thing, or like for it happens with some Japanese gacha game, but Japanese version goes for how should I say, proceed further than global version. They came out first, so there's like half year difference. That's why in the summer you see the winter collaboration, or in the winter you see a summer team event happening on the Blue Archive, while the Japanese version does a um, corresponding event. But anyway, the point is the Blue Archive global version, they just hit the 3 years anniversary release a 3 year anniversary version. So some of the characters, yeah, there are some limited character and they're pushing some bonus. If you want to jump into Blue Archive, this is not a bad time. At least last week they oh yeah, definitely missed it, but like last week or so they're giving free pulls every day.
Cool.
So,
Love free pools. Okay. So we've killed 15 minutes or 16 minutes, I guess.
yeah.
Let's jump in. We've wasted
Just
enough
only
time.
bullshit in like puzzle rooms or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Cutscene only from now.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you, Sigma.
No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It's nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we'll get to pair up in the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Whoa, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally
You're
twice.
right.
So let's choose Ally and get the hell out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that hesitation? Come on, why do you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Oh, yes.
We still haven't found Quark either, huh?
That too.
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah,
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
yes,
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Tenmyoji didn't respond, just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short.
Oh,
She spun on her heel and headed off towards the cyan door instead.
What just happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses Ally. Tenmyoji must have said something to her before the last round started. But what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing betray would be unwise. If she had chosen betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with betray, and so I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
Uh-oh. What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the hell, man? He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go?
Everyone else
the
is split off.
Yeah, I guess so. Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with a groan and clang of metal doors clanging shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? And that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm... a magenta pair.
Me too. Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets and opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs but also a green solo. What colored doors are we supposed to
And
open?
where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Okay. Let's go. I'm going to have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
We've still got quite a
An
while.
hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good.
I like this group is fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kay and Luna step through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. My only complaint is Fi is kind of like edgy. You know?
It's tsundere.
Yeah. Hey, you don't think Kay's a killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Damn it, Fi.
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
It's not
Are
it.
you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not
Why
possible.
not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do is convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So what? You're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Last game had multiple killers depending on the routes, right?
Yeah, sure.
Just people losing it.
Yeah, like I remember very well the route where Clover murdered us.
Like, that was one of the first ones we got, wasn't it?
No, it was like in the middle.
Yeah.
Clover. Hey, come on, don't run away. Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from us.
I wasn't running away, though. I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not going to be able to figure that out unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Oh, come on. Of course we're not.
Forget about it. There's no point. It doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait, Clover. Well, there she goes. Ah, shit.
What's wrong?
Forgot to ask Clover what color her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked Alice's bracelet up off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine. What did Alice notice? Fi didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
Fi held something out. It was a handkerchief stained reddish brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
It's not hers. Whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
Do you think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
And you think she figured something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dia's bracelets have changed to.
And we need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
I still have no idea where any of this is going.
I'm excited for this to come to a screeching halt when we get murdered somehow.
You're just hoping for that moment. Similar moment
Every
to the
bad
first
end.
one.
I don't know if every bad end in the last game ended in our death.
What was that, Andrew? Your microphone cut out.
Did like every bad end in the previous game end in a death?
Oh, yeah.
It feels like it, yeah.
In a sense, because like, so, yeah, one of them you get murdered, but and one of them
Normally
is
just got trapped.
basically, yeah. Well, that's the whole point, because like, if you don't find the true exit, you and your crew or the other contender are trapped.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not murdered per se, but you're trapped until you starve or whatever.
Okay.
It says rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah. So this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm going to open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay, okay. I like that running gag with our character.
I like his personality.
It's like you can just do things, you don't have to ask first. Tenmyoji. I'm guessing from your face that Quark is still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
No, of course not. Why would I be?
And then does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice? I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
Tenmyoji, what's going on here? This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll...
Tenmyoji.
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
Did you say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Hey, answer me. What the hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Pi and I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we'd been told. Then suddenly... Ah! In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both of our wrists with it. Hey! What the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah. I found it when I was searching this room.
He walked towards the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff they use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff?
Yeah.
Why'd you spray us?
Yeah, I never thought about it. Is aluminum safe on skin?
Just relax, okay?
Injured?
I mean, probably shouldn't do it, but it's, I mean, whatever.
That's all
It's just
I
like
need to know.
a staining agent in clothes.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone mind explaining this to me?
Well, you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've got to go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. What did you mean when you said that Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
Then why...
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Senior will do. Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we'd entered the room, and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room.
Oh, I felt that personal.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Yeah? Then what is it? Oh, I see. You mean his bracelet, right?
I see.
Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Oh, good job. That, wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you, screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move!
Yeah! This...
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too, then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. Ooh. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti. There was one on floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
No deal da.
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens, it's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. If clothes were good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Clothes were good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail. But if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
That's right, I gotta take the paddles off my controller again.
Sounds
Okay.
like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up
Yeah, the
against
F
you
word.
two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how'd you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white?
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together. Then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
right.
That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Temioji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Temioji's a red solo and Clover's a cyan pair,
The only
so...
one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
are we thinking about Dio?
I like that there's a character who's just like a fucking dick.
But because of that, I feel like he's a total red herring.
I think so too.
Same with K.
Yeah. I called K early on though. I think he's a total red herring. I think there's definitely something shifty about K, but I don't think it has any bearing over him being a robot or the killer or anything like that. I think he's just gonna be a weird character.
We'll see eventually.
Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the 9th lion ate the sun. I mean, yeah, that's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer.
I noticed that 9th is misspelled.
Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong.
Yeah.
Specifically, they spelled 9th wrong. It should be Ninth. But the graffiti had Nineth.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. They just put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
That's kind of a bonehead mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it? I think the extra letter probably makes it spelled something in an anagram.
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
I'm going to pull up, what is it, anagram.com. I'll just Google this really fast.
There's
I
a
just
thing.
want to see what comes up.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're about to walk through it in the game. Unless Vitus calls us dumb and stops talking about it.
Input too long.
Oh damn.
Well, I'm gonna copy paste this. Let's find a different one. Oh man, this one's taking a fucking while. Alright, well that's taken a while, so what?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
I'm going to move the window over here so I can keep an eye on it. Okay. Remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time. We should get moving.
Right. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you've got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Vi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Ugh. Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. It's the first thing you think of when you hear blood.
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right? Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing. The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief here? Something along those lines?
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it. Or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait. When's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
Oh. AB room shifted.
Oh.
But why?
No way. The AB room moved?
Yeah,
Was it that crane?
probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the Nonary Game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. For the third time, Phi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began, "Two milkmen."
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body, but we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but so far there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero's senior? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but if Luna's Zero's senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all, either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why'd she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way till when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course! Huh, why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Phi?
Hmm?
I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago. There's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma. Phi. There you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna. Luna is dead. She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
Our bestie.
Damn.
Isn't this song for ending?
This was the third time I'd touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake, and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal, like I might blink, and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be all right. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists, so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
It's a muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said. Or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes. I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage.
That is correct, by the
was of
way.
the essence.
Yeah.
But
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
All right, the anagram generator got a hit.
What do you got? Lay it on us.
I mill 14th, monotheism 19th.
Aimil.
AIMIL. Apparently that's a word. I don't know what it is.
You sure you're not thinking too hard? Let's go with the flow.
Yeah. Then they had 3 minutes to
That
escape.
would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
They had it. Why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just... He pressed the bracelet gently into my
If
hand.
you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right, yeah. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What'd you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh! Oh shit! Tenmyoji is a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time? How much time do we have left? Aw, no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. This music slaps, guys.
I've been enjoying the soundtrack for the most part in this game.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Tenmyoji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think?
Hey,
pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Pi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Phi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on! Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me!
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright. Fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying. It looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over. Please.
Kay turned to look at me and Phi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
I understand.
Really?
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma, I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could you?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Bye.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see.
I see.
Suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Huh?
You have my sympathy.
Guys, new anagram just dropped. Alioth, enthronement, feminine, mouthiest.
That's totally it.
I wish there was another way.
Gotta let it go, Kevin.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kate, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turned and left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Phi and I lay on the floor moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Not quite able to walk yet, Phi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful. My arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I'd hoped they were all right somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Phi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed.
Security.
Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
See, go away.
All right.
It's almost like what, an hour?
Oh, last
that's
time we
a
thought
lot.
it was gonna be the last time we thought we'd immediately see an ending.
Yeah.
Good thing we took a break. Whew.
Yeah, good call, Jihun. That was you making that call, right? So just
No.
taking a look. Okay.
I do have the spoiler-free guide up if we need help getting
Okay.
through this room.
Yeah.
I won't refer to it until we're like stuck.
Alright, well, we don't know a password. Is there anything? Nope, just the password.
Just gotta find all the things we can stuff into our pockets.
Mm-hmm. Speakers, not sneakers. Oh no. So the binders are in some kind of cipher, I guess. Oh, lion ate the sun? Hello?
It does not look like a
Nonary.
sun.
Is this
Like
a
the sun
lion?
clock.
What's it got in its mouth? Some kind of button, right? Looks like you can push it. Can barely make it out, but I think there's something carved on the surface. A sun? Wait, so is this lion eating the sun? Yeah. Whatever. Right now I need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push that button. That okay? You need to tell me before you do stuff, Fi. Whoa. The light's turned off. Guess it's a light switch.
That's going up. I guess certain things might be lit up.
Hourglass with red sand. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's pointless. It's too dark for me to see anything. Okay, okay.
Or there's something to the right.
Did you see the stairs?
Oh.
When you turn toward the stairs.
Oh my god. Okay. Interesting.
So those will
So
go away.
that might
once
have
we turn
something to do
light
with
on.
the binders.
There's still another thing in this other room.
You want me to turn the lights off again?
Yeah, when the lights were off, that other thingy was lit up. I don't know if there's anything there.
Oh, the colors are reversed.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
Okay.
there's any hourglasses in it.
Okay. Gonna try to open that one locker and then I guess check the binders.
Oh my god. Looks like we've got 9 switches.
There are 9 switches. Over the screen.
Ah. So I guess we try flipping all of them. Maybe
Yeah,
there's a
let's try
limit
with
to
all of them
see.
for now.
Let's see how many we can keep on at once. I wonder if there's like a limit. Unlimited power. Oh.
Oh, is it each of the other puzzle rooms?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. What if you try to enter the password?
So like one of these. Oh yeah, they're off.
Did you note them?
No, I didn't note them anywhere. Let's see. Oh, do you mean like, are they in my notes? I don't know. What button was that? That one. Okay.
I don't think it was noted. I do have them on the spoiler-free guide, though.
Okay, let's try as the mass.
Okay, so there's colored chairs.
Oh yeah.
What else is colored?
The sand and the 2 hourglasses we have.
And then, well, these words are cut on their specific color, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you have blue Esdbus, green
So-
ADGB.
Yeah, so yellow is SGDQNY.
I can read it out to you again if you need it.
Oh, I
You
can't.
need it?
Okay. SGDQNY.
Yes.
Like that.
I guess hit check.
Mm-hmm.
I guess do that for the other 2 chairs with their represent colors.
Did it work? Yeah, I guess so. Good job. Ha! Cakewalk. Sure. Did you see this icon? The one in the upper left corner. Yeah. Okay, so we only have 2 of these.
Right. So we have 3 and 11 right now for, what was it, red and yellow? Oh, it's, is it based up? I think there were specific line numbers.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't mean to do that.
For the-
Okay.
Red I see has 4.
Oh wait, flip the hourglass and hit play button. See what happens. You have to calculate it, yeah. The green was 4, right?
Oh, is the play like is?
So right now the lowest value is red.
Yeah.
Right, and we know that's 3 seconds, right?
4. So only
That
number
was
is
4.
Yeah, 4 and 11. So play one time, and then flip the red again. And then play again.
Okay, I mean, that means...
It looks like it
8
presses
is now.
3 notches. I don't know
Okay.
what you're trying to show me.
No, because I thought like if the red is the lowest value, I was wondering like how many times does it take for red to for one full red turn? How many red does it take to clear out another hourglass? That was my logic.
I was counting them. I counted 7 for blue,
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way, Jihun.
9 for
see what I get.
green. We know it's 11 for yellow.
And we think pink is like 15.
15.
Damn.
Jihun
part.
is making us do some weird shit, man.
Maybe I was.
Ah, got it. Not bad. There's another icon on the screen now. Yes, there is. Hey, look! The screen's changed. Huh? The heck is
Gotta
this?
move this around.
There's a different word on each one. I guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make a sentence. How? Well, look at the screen underneath them. It's got the same words in 9 squares. So I'm supposed to use that console to move the words around. That would be my guess. Okay, let's give this a shot then. Oh, okay. So this has a... Well, okay, so there's 2 periods.
So there's a nose is S, yeah, so that means that word nose gonna be after she.
There may even be extra words. Like we can disable certain screens based on the buttons.
So would that be like flipping the
Screen.
Yeah.
So those are the default before we fuck around with them. Also, we can still turn on the other thingies, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
we
the
have,
one the password input.
stuff for it. There's probably more we could figure out.
So
Okay.
green car.
So green is
Green is-
ADGB.
Yeah.
That's a light pulse.
Oh boy.
We only have 4 moves. We need to something. Well, we can click button and see what happens. Oh, it's lights out.
Yeah.
So we want to make it look like the we have the 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at these, by the way.
Same.
I think I see how to solve it.
Remember, four moves.
Andrew, I'll let you have a shot at this. I don't like puzzles like this.
We need to make the hexagons green. So, bottom hexagon, then hexagon on the top. And then just the 2 middle ones, right?
The
Or press the one on the
triangles?
left,
Oh.
and then the other one.
Damn! He's good at this.
This will probably let us know the word password in the middle screen.
Hmm? What was that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Ah,
That's 1. I was you. So let's do the other chair.
okay, so that's red.
Should be at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright,
Can I
I'll read
get
that
you to
next
tell me
to you.
this one? Yeah. T
So it's TMJ.
M.
Yeah, TM as in Mike, J as in Juliet, YUV GJ.
Thank you. Ah, another light puzzle.
Alright, so now we want to do the inverse of what we
So
did last
the
time.
4 outer hexagons.
Well, we want the purple this time, right? Purple hexagon.
I want them all purple rather than green.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be just top and bottom and right and left, is it?
I mean...
Ah,
No,
close.
'cause you also gotta get the triangles green. So it means we're gonna have to hit the triangles for this puzzle.
Okay.
Start with the 2 center ones. The left and right green hexagons, make them red. You can just start over.
Yeah, retry button right there.
So just, yeah, the middle, yeah. Now... Yeah, you got it. Alright, so we're gonna get another message.
Will be me.
That was you.
What was it? I was you and will be me.
So we have to turn on the screen that's the other words.
Yes, so I was you will be me. Disable everything in nose and she.
Yeah. So you have
So
to
go to the
yeah,
yeah, I gotta
you have to turn on the lights.
turn those off.
Yeah.
So would I do something like this and then knock out the ones in the middle?
No, so you have
No,
to
it
disable the
defaults
screen.
back. Yeah, when you exit the screen, they default back. So the
So remember the switch that you had to the 9 switches you had to turn on and off?
yeah, turn the lights back on and then disable the middle right, bottom middle, and bottom right.
I really enjoy that in Discord. Every time Jihun makes any kind of sound or breathes, Andrew's mic shuts off.
Interesting.
Yeah, it makes it very hard to listen to you guys. It comes out normally on this stream, I think, but Discord like freaks out. I don't know.
Huh. So what you say, Andrew?
What am I turning off?
Isn't so she knows everything are middle right, bottom middle, and bottom right.
Like that?
Yeah, that disables those three. So I was, what was it? I was you, and then will be me.
I don't understand what you guys are trying to do. Wait, can I? Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah. That.
Okay. This is...
Alright, so that's the green password.
Yep.
So, how about the opposite?
Just, okay.
She knows everything. Just spell that. Go to the, yeah. You mean at the top?
Oh.
Oh. There's a blue. I don't remember which is the hidden password.
I think the blue is the hidden one.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if you click on the archive icon, it tells you
Yeah,
which
it'll
is it.
tell you.
Alright, well, we can get the hidden and the lore and then get out of here. So we're in the security. Secret.
Secret. This card looks familiar. Different image, though. Yeah, it's one of the AB room cards. Well, I guess there are two of them, actually. These are the star keys the announcer was talking about. And then we've got the same key as usual. Okay, let's get going.
Like this room wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right. Here we go, then. 3, 2, 1.
You found it.
Wait,
Is now a good time for us to take our break?
Let's see this through. I feel like we're about to hit an
Okay.
ending now, for real.
Okay.
I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah.
See the killer.
You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it. Thank you, Jihun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monitoring
Smash.
video data.
Smash buttons until you get the result you want.
Yeah,
Do you
mash
guys
till it
remember
works.
this? Do you guys remember the scene from 999? One of the
No.
characters was hacker. One of the characters was a hacker, and she literally brute force passed her. Like she was typing every combination, or she programmed a program to brute force the program. I mean, pass her. I said.
Was this the tan skin girl in the other game?
She's the one that wore like those exotic dancer.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember.
Yeah.
I keep seeing new anagrams that are getting generated from the Memento Mori at the Ninth Line, Ain't the Sun, and none of them could possibly be it. Annette
Kevin.
homeotherm thistle unfeminine.
Kevin will just won't let this go.
Well, I
It's a
just
fun
have it up
running
in
joke
the,
now.
yeah, I just have it up in the background.
No.
Good
Knock
work.
it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Wait, the heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
By zero?
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. That footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's
Wanna
this?
open it?
Yeah.
It says Golem's status.
Oh. That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here's been erased too.
Looks like it.
Guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. Oh, I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Golem, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah. But he said that what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says cache. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after Kay decked us. We'll be tossed into that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch.
Dang.
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. We might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice. Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you, I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video and fast forward. What the hell is... Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow? So it just looks like everything is speeding up. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. We got those good muscle relaxers, boys. Oh. I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Phi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they got a lost and
Your
found?
sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me
I
sooner.
hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. I didn't want to worry. Didn't want to worry Phi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Golem's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
It has.
21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary door is opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a
This.
minute? Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh. Someone's coming in. Luna. Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. Looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer towards Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Is there another? No, you said this was it.
Yeah. This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it.
Why?
Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left
Yeah.
him.
So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? we should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe you heard a noise.
Like
A
what?
cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. He's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean, who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours, 1 minute. Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours, 10 minutes. They both move out of frame. 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Clover exits the room. 0 hours, 12 minutes. Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours, 13 minutes. Dio exits the room. 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds. Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours, 29 minutes. Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. It says 0021, the remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Ooh.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Who you feeling? Who's the murderer?
So we have seen in 999 what Clover is capable of when she's pissed.
And now that's a biased.
Dio, we really love to hate him. But I feel like Dio probably had the shortest amount of time with Luna. And
If we're going off of that, it's Kay then.
And I feel like if you're injecting somebody in the neck with muscle relaxant, it's not instant, right?
Oh, they went over earlier in the story how long it takes, didn't they?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember? Was it instant? Like it happens when the you're disqualified or whatever, it triggers for the bracelet to knock you out. Oh, my vote's Clover. You guys figured out who you're voting for. You vote to Jihun. even though you supposedly know.
Well, I'm going to throw this off and also cast my vote for Clover.
I hate Dio, so Dio.
Alright, Clover. Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
And what is that element?
Dio's behavior at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to enter the White Doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that only you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet. Which means he also knew Luna was dead.
Aha! Haha!
Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If he didn't know she was dead, he would have never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention her. Like he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. One, that when Dio entered the room, that room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. The second one doesn't seem likely, though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the White Doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who would go out of his way to feign ignorance of a crime he committed. Oh, another thing I was thinking of but didn't mention is they were talking about how it's easier to, emotionally, it's easier to have like that separation between you doing an action and killing somebody. And to me, I feel like it would be harder for Clover, to justify like stabbing Luna versus injecting her with something, whereas I think Dio would just stab Luna. Does that make sense? Like I think he's more hardened than Clover is. Does that make sense?
You can see that. Also, it would require a lot more force physically to operate a knife over using the little injector gun.
Yeah, I can see Clover having kind of like a little panic about it, you know, and like going for a simpler method, whereas Dio, I think, would have just stabbed the hell out of her. In this case, though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course, but it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too. And it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yes. The movement of the AB rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door. She would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No. Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay. Well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
On the way back to the AB rooms.
I hope somehow we just get the same scene again that was in 999. No one's here.
Yeah. All right, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. Alice. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. That's just strange, cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little bit of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them, except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong? You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. Phi turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. Oh boy. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot. The
What?
security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look. See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
There's a cut on Temyoji's left hand. Looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal.
Oh. There's, injections. Oh, wait, that's from the watch.
I don't
Yeah.
think he died from this cut.
The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find
Yeah.
something? Fi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma, calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
What?
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope.
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed? That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is
Let's
what we
think
believe
positive.
it to be.
Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't.
Why is she so invested in Quark? She doesn't seem invested in too many other people.
I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temyoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Fi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues.
What kind of
To
clues?
who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killers saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's
I
wrong?
can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took
I
it?
don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be
It
Tenmyoji's.
says 016.
What does that
Hang
mean?
on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe. But the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No, there's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about that old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too, so who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera, paired with Dio's behavior, makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. And we don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist? And why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Phi, give me something. Anything. A clue? A hint? Come on, you have to have something.
The luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how's that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to
That's
test. No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room! Fi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. So what you guys thinking? How we doing?
Doing good.
Ailment finite
Sounds excited.
homothermos 19th. Jesus.
Everybody's dead.
Surprise!
Nobody survived. It's a bad ending, y'all.
Well, yeah, of course it is.
Didn't think we'd one-shot the good ending. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death. But when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated, and only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no, millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
Being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
He could be a robot. Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I haven't been out of each other's sight. Except we blacked out.
But how long was it blackout?
We don't know. We can't know. We've gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I had rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute, and she killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded. Probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where did something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah, 2 things actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
A knife.
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers
Like
before.
Wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Right. Well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why did he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her. If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and... this.
Oh, it's the key for Kay's mask. Hey, this is that
What
key.
do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait, Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Get over here. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh, yeah. So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, Fi shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
It's no good. Can't get it open.
Why not?
Maybe the suit is powered. And it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or
I
something?
think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly.
Damn it, guys.
I don't have any doubt it's from removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching for a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look.
What is it?
A spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Temyoji had.
Yeah.
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed him to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose
We've
blood?
seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps. After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Well, what? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened the gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. Oh, did you see that there was just like a case of luminol there?
Yeah, it's in that room. I presume whenever we do that puzzle, it might be a part of it.
Yeah.
Damn it. There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh, Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Ah. The room Dio and Kay investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move. The door says, Director's Office.
Probably belongs to the director.
Yep.
I hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action, or cut, or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And
Not
that's
kinda
what you
director.
think we'll find in there?
Yeah. Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna open
You
it.
don't need to keep asking me if...
But protagonists still need to ask, no matter what.
Huh.
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting...
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and password.
Probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
Phi turned and headed off towards a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay, and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Could this be the 9th lion? Then maybe... Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember. So you think this would just be like Memento Mori?
Oh.
No. I don't know.
Just hit back.
It was no good. I didn't know anything. Is my smoke detector going off? Like, chirping?
I don't hear it.
Well, that's good. Still no good. Didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Ah. All right. We're taking a break.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. See you in the next one.
Mm-hmm.